Well, welcome back to Chapter 10. In this section, we are going to begin by talking about the areas of trapezoids. Part 2 of this lesson will talk about the area of rhombuses and kites. So for this lesson, we're only going to focus on finding the area of a trapezoid. So first of all, the first thing we need to know is that the height of the trapezoid is the length of the altitude or the distance between the bases, and it's perpendicular to both bases. So in order to find the area of a trapezoid, we are going to take 1/2 the product of the height and the sum of the bases. So you're going to take 1/2 of the height and then add the two bases together and multiply that. So let's take a look at how we would apply this. Let's take a look at some examples. In this problem, it says, what is the approximate area of Nevada? Well, we know the altitude across the bases is 309 miles. We also know both base lengths. One of them's 205 and the other one's 511. All of our units are the same. So we can go ahead and just apply the area formula, 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. So you can see we've substituted in each of those values. Adding the 205 and 511 gives us, what is that, 716, and then half of 309 multiplied by the 716 gives us 110,622 square miles. So here's your chance to try one. This one says, what is the area of a trapezoid whose height is 7 and the bases are 12 and 15? Your units are all the same, so go ahead and apply that to your area formula and see if you can come up with the answer. All right, hope you gave that a try. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. So our area is equal to 1/2 of the height, in this case is 7, and the bases are 12 and 15. So 12 and 15 give us a total of 27. Multiply your 27 times 7, and then divide that by 2, and you get a total of, let's see if I did that right, so 27 times 7, and then divided by 2, I get 94.5 square centimeters. All right, so let's work on another problem. Here's another example. It says finding the area using a right triangle. What is the area of trapezoid PQRS? Well, in this first picture, we know one angle is 60 degrees here, and then we also have a right angle here. So we can use some of our special right triangle relationships to help us. So if we go ahead and drop a perpendicular from point S here, which is in the second picture, then we would have the height of the triangle. So the problem with this, we couldn't just use our trapezoid formula because we don't know that height. So we need to calculate that height before we can get the area of the trapezoid. So you will remember that the longer leg is equal to the shorter leg times the square root of 3 when we have a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. So we're dealing with, right now we have this side right here is 2 meters, and this is our reference side. So then we know the height side over here is going to be whatever this is times the square root of 3. So our height should be 2 square roots of 3, and you can just leave these in simplest radical form. So now we can go ahead and use our trapezoid area formula. The area is 1/2 the height times the sum of the bases. And let's go ahead and substitute in the height is 2 square roots of 3, and we have both bases, 7 and 5. And then multiply that out, and we get a total of 12 square roots of 3. Remember, half of 2 is 1, so we have 1 square root of 3 times 12, which is 12 square roots of 3. All right, this is a pretty short lesson. Here are 2 examples for you to work on. Please enter your answers in the quiz, and we will see you next time.